Okay, hold on a second, Keisha. Just let me ask Ronald exactly what's going on because it takes two to tango,
Oh, yeah.
and I need to hear his side of the
I
story.
got you. Which one is it? That's it.
Oh, mine is too loud. Oh, Jesus.
Is that you? Which one is you?
Down, 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 down.
This one?
That's
This one? This one? Is that
cool.
better?
Cool,
Got
cool,
you.
cool. Thank you.
Can y'all hear? YouTube, can you hear? Hit the like button.
Okay, let's first of all, we say that I'm wearing watch this video, I'm gonna need some help. So let's just jump right into the 5 reasons why women neglect to take responsibility for their part in what is dysfunctional relationships. So the first thing is society, also known as social conditioning, also known as feminism. Women are growing up in different age these days where there's a feminist movement that has basically spoilt women. Sorry, ladies, but in some ways this is absolutely true. All you have to do is look at the divorce situation and what's happening in the courts, and men are getting the shaft big time in divorces, and that's just one area. Yes, I know that women are getting literally unwanted shaft in other areas, but one negative doesn't negate or doesn't justify another negative. So aside from that, the reality here is that social conditioning has rewarded women for bad behavior. I'm going to go into, again, a couple about this as a guy or as a woman later. So the number 2 thing, and these are not in any particular order, but the second thing that is causing women to lack responsibility or to pass the buck or blame the man in relationships is social media. So I like to call it Insta slut. So not politically correct welcome to my channel, but the reality is that because women can use social media to collect a really large audience, they really are influencing not only men by the provocative and sometimes really slutty pictures they put on social media, but they're influencing other women to do the same thing because they're being rewarded by having lots of subscribers, lots of followers, lots of fans who are encouraging bad behavior. And what's bad behavior? Bad behavior is subjective, but it's the behavior that, as a man, you really don't want your woman. There's another one they're going to get before, but you don't want your partner displaying to the general public. Maybe you do if you're also a narcissist and your ego is attached to their fame or what have you. But the average Joe doesn't want his girl putting out all her assets to the world. So that's the second thing. And then the third part of this is, sorry ladies, but single moms. The statistics don't support a positive outcome of the huge influx of single moms we've seen in the last generation or so. And what's happening there is that a lot of women, and I have experienced this firsthand with people that I've known and worked with.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Monday, June 20th, the day after Juneteenth, the day after the first birthday of KBLA. Come on, man. The Voice of Reason is live. And I have a special guest in the building. She's going to help me crack the code. Because listen, I can't have this conversation as a man and not get attacked. We just got to be honest, right? A fellow host, she's not a fellow, she's a woman, right? Fellow host of an amazing show. Tell the people what the show is called.
The show is called The Backstory.
The Backstory with Mischa Duffie. Her son was on this show, and he got a really dope book. See, I want... Yes, he's got a really dope book. But I'm no fool. So, it was Voltaire who said, if you want to know who controls you, look at who you are not allowed to criticize. And oftentimes, women can't be criticized. They're beyond reproach. Mama be wrong as 2 left feet, but you can't tell mama she wrong.
That's what they say.
Man, oh man, and Chevitz. Tonight's topic is heavy, and I want to do this with respect. I want to do this with honor. We're having a real conversation. FTA, it's that summons you get when you don't show up to court.
That's right.
Failure to appear, right? A deeper look at the idea that many women fear accountability in relationships with my special guest, Mischa Duffie. We finna get cracking. Are y'all ready? The number to dial is 1-800-920-1580. When we come forward, the VOR is on fire.
The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings will disappear. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
We about to get
Stress and
busy.
emotions. Not only are they out of control, but they're major contributions for
Just
weight
in
gain.
case, I think that's what it is.
Introducing
Look,
Breathe Infinity, where we
the,
teach 5 proven
right
techniques
here.
that reduce stress and helps you lose
that's all.
weight.
Oh, yeah.
Sign up for
Where
our
the clock at,
stress-reducing
though?
class on July 12th and discover how
Oh,
deep
right here.
breathing relieves stress,
Clock right there,
regulates
right.
emotions, and helps you burn fat. Go to breatheinfinity.com and sign up for our $99 stress
Somebody
reducing
said it's
special.
Duffy
Use
gorgeous.
discount code KBLA.
I'm broadcasting this to my YouTube.
Go to
So it's live.
breatheinfinity.com and exit.
Are you between 18 and 26 years old
So-
trying to figure out how you're supposed to make all this work? You're saying, I need
What
a
I do,
job
come
and
back,
transportation. Rent, it's so hard.
ram-
Food, too.
ramble off a
There's
bunch of
childcare,
questions.
And I need to go back to
Then
school.
I'm gonna throw
I
it
need
to
to
you.
transform my life. Well,
You're gonna
help
be
is
our
on the way.
resident
Transform
expert,
Your Life Day
'cause
is
you're a
coming
woman.
Saturday, June 25th.
So you'll
The
explain
San
it to
Manuel
us.
Stadium. It's a shopping mall.
There we
Free
go.
community services where you can talk with programs and even enroll right on the spot. It's free help for young adults to get you started on meaningful careers, finish up your diploma or college degree. There's help with finding housing, transportation, food, and childcare. Plus,
They
you
said,
get a
is
free
she
ticket to the
gorgeous?
baseball game, free parking.
They're
along with
men.
prizes. Free food. Reserve your free space today at transformyourlifeday.com and be there June 25th. Don't want to miss transformyourlifeday.com. That's transformyourlifeday.com.
Thanks, everyone.
Everybody, y'all know the real, the drill, the routine.
Before we get rolling, let's start by hashing
Hit
out
the
everything
like
Bagel
button.
will be
Don't
discussing.
leave that
Profit
like
margins
button
are okay,
lonely.
but they could maybe be better.
And
Sorry, I don't mean to waffle. Next quarter, it's
DeMarco
all on
Holloway.
Did you have a question? Sounds
Thank
much
you,
better.
brother. The health gyms. Y'all got to check out Russell
When you can't take your mind off
Herbals.
breakfast, it matters where
.com.
you stay. Delicious breakfast available at our Hilton
I'm on day
family of
one
friends. Hilton for the stay.
of the detox.
KBLA Talk 1580.
Russell Herbals.
1580.
.com.
Live in a minute.
When I tell you he's another level. This is my third time doing this detox.
African Americans and
And
other minorities by enhancing educational
when I
and
tell you it's
economic
amazing.
opportunities for youth with initiatives like the Young Black Scholars Program, the
Oh,
Junior
you're on
Investment
it.
Program, and the
Miss
Technology
JB, is it good?
100 Black Men of Los Angeles focuses on mentoring, education.
Miss
health
JB, everybody hit the like button.
and leadership.
And ladies.
They're a body of outstanding Black men whose training, skills, and experiences adds value to their communities.
I'ma say it on the air.
And make a difference. Offer support.
I'ma say it on- I gotta say it on the air.
Young scholar. Visit 100bmla.net.
This is a sister who listens to the show. She has her own show here.
2176.
and she listens to the show, and she pulled me to the side and was like, FTA, failure to appear. The women ain't showing up on the phone lines. She was like, why? Why aren't they calling? They should be head and shoulders in this conversation.
Okay, let's play.
I said, I don't know.
You know you want some more. More. It's the voice of
Check
reason
on my
with
playlist.
Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Ladies and gentlemen, your brother Zoe Williams. You already know. That playlist is my co-host. Why y'all always running into men that do y'all wrong? How are you victimless when you chose him? How do you just skip past? That's like white America saying, well, you know, reparations is very difficult to handle and resolve, and besides, we don't even know why you want money. What? Slavery? You don't get to skip past what you did. And many women, I don't know why, we have a sister in here today that is going to enlighten us. Tonight's topic, FTA, failure to appear, a deeper look at the idea of, many women fear accountability in relationships. You have men out there. What happens with men is we take it too far. We'll just go right to all women, straight up. Ain't no women, like we'll say, no, women are not reasonable or rational. You say, what? I know some very reasonable, rational women, logical women. Women are not logical. They're all emotional. What? So I have questions. Should many women be served an FTA notice for lack of accountability in her personal relationships? Do many women simply lack the courage to be accountable in intimate relationships? And here's a doozy. Are men socialized to be more responsible than women?
That one tripped me up.
Come on, Mischa. Come in here and talk to us and tell us how I get it wrong. Because I represent most of us. So how do I get it wrong? Talk to me, Mischa.
So it's not, to me, it's not, listen, Zoe, it's not about you getting it wrong. It's not about men getting it wrong. What is so frustrating about this entire conversation is that we keep saying we want the same thing. Men say, I want a really, really good woman. I want her to have my back. I want somebody that's caring and loving. And women are saying the same thing. The problem is, I believe we have not checked in enough with ourselves to really know what we want, because you only attract to you what you are. And so if you keep going down this road of experiencing bad men or bad women, at some point, you have to recognize that you are the common denominator here. And that you are only drawing to you what you potentially are. And when I say what you are, don't get upset with me. What I'm saying is there may just be some residue of the mess, the messiness of you that's still in you. I'm not saying you're not doing the work. Something inside of you, some unfinished business, is attracting some foolishness to you. And I'm going to tell you why I know. Because I used to be the girl that attracted the junk. And when I changed and did the work, and the work changed me and grew me and evolved me, and I developed as a spiritual being, then I attracted a different kind of man.
Wow. Now, I've been doing this show almost 3 months. And we've been talking about that very same thing. Are you telling me women are just incalcitrant. They're just, ain't nothing wrong with me. He's the blame. He knew what I was about when he got, you know how y'all are. Come on.
I know how we are.
Come on, help
Let me
us.
say this. We have this, when you talk about failure to appear, and we were talking about this Saturday, this was what intrigued me so much about us having this conversation. There are some messy, effed up women. Let's be clear. They have PhDs, they have big houses, they have 6 and 7 figure incomes, they have beautiful cars, and they are a hot mess.
Come on.
I know some.
Come on.
Right?
Let's talk.
But I will also say, in some respects, men have contributed to the mess that some women have become. Why? Because we're angry. We're bitter. We're frustrated because we gave our all to so many men too long. We stayed longer than we should have, as opposed to acknowledging that he did not understand what we brought to the table. Mm-hmm. So now we out here, we angry. And we're mad. And ain't nobody going to ask us for nothing. Because we ain't got nothing to give you but a whole lot of problems.
Let's take it back. You said we gave our all. So let's change gave to we invested.
We invested. Okay, we can do that.
Because these are not givers.
Absolutely, we can do that.
Right?
Who's not givers?
The women you're talking about. The bad women you're talking about are not givers.
No, you missed what I said. They were givers before they became bad.
Whoa.
They were investors before they became bad.
Hold on. See? Now, this is beautiful. I love this. This is why I got the sister in here to talk to me. The number to dial is 1-800-920-1580. She is bringing up salient points. And let me just kind of deconstruct it a little bit.
Okay.
Because I don't want you to say that an indirect way, and I'm not trying to lead you on, but an indirect way, men are still responsible for why she's a bad woman.
I'm not saying totally. I said in one aspect, because the other aspect is some women have just been raised wrong. They've been raised to believe that the sun rises and sets on their behind. That it is all about them and not about anybody else. Daddy spoiled them, mommy spoiled them, grandmama spoiled them. I will tell you, my father I have 2 sisters. He raised us, and what he said to us was, find you a man who can do better by you than I did. The problem with that was my father did everything. We wanted for nothing. And so I have this checklist. I'm growing up. I got this checklist. And he needs to be this and he needs to be. And guess what? Nobody could match the checklist. But guess what else? They didn't need to. It was not their job. They did not need to be my father. They didn't need to pick up where he left off. They needed to be my mate. And your mate is not supposed to be your father.
She is cooking. Mache, like paper mache, is in here cutting up. She in here cutting up. I don't think, listen, oftentimes men don't hear it like this from women.
Here's the other piece I want to add to this. The other aspect of why we can be messy. We have messy girlfriends. We have the women in our lives who don't hold us accountable. I am fortunate. I have a group of women in my life, some of whom are listening right now. Shout out to Tammy, shout out to Wanda, shout out to Lynetta, who are listening right now.
Hey, Lynetta! I'm sorry, go ahead.
and you want women around you who will say, Michelle, your stuff stink. You need to stop doing that. If something goes wrong in my relationship, I have women who will say to me, Michelle, wait a minute, let's look at both sides. Let's look at what you could have done. Let's look at what Bill did, right? It's not just, girl, you know he ain't no good, and don't waste your time. So there's some accountability. If you are surrounded with women who help to hold you accountable, it makes you that much more accountable yourself.
And let me just say, I've always said relationships are bi-directional. But when you add a PR firm and a media campaign, somebody got to wear white and somebody got to wear black. There's a villain, and typically the villain is the man. Yep. And if relationships are bi-directional, like we were talking about right before the show, children model their home. And there are no broken homes. People think, and even if the home you came from didn't have a full break, it was a fracture, there's still a fracture that needs to be healed. You carry the fracture straight to your adult relationships. And because, in my estimation, relationships are essentially spiritual, that's where you work that out. Yes. That's where you come to the realization of, well, mom was wrong. Yeah. Exactly. Or dad was wrong. Right. So, again, ladies, don't be a failure to appear tonight. This is your show. We want to understand why the man is always at fault when you say things like, I knew I was going to get with him the moment I saw him. You know what I mean? Women done told me that. We know. We already know if we gonna mess with you or not. We know. Well, if you knew, but then all of a sudden got amnesia because it went bad, I need to know how you can get convenient amnesia.
Because the knowing was based on what we saw and not what we couldn't see. There's the part that we saw, but there's also the part that we couldn't see. And once we see the part that we couldn't see, then the music changes and so does the dance.
Bidirectional. I'm going to say there is truth in that statement, but it's a half truth. Mm-hmm. The other part is what we couldn't see and what we didn't want to see, and also what we chose to ignore.
I agree with all of that.
Because I believe that intuition gives you insight into his intention. Mm-hmm. But if he look good on paper, let's move forward.
Right. Which is such a huge mistake. Like, that is such a huge mistake to just really see a guy, see his car, see how he walks, see how he talks, see how he makes you feel, right? And the reason that's so false is because what is that going to look like 3 months down the road? What is that going to feel like? It always feels good in the beginning. It always feels good in the beginning. But what about 3 months down the road? What about 1 year down the road? And what about your ability to decide, I want to see this through, even when I start to see the parts of him that I couldn't see?
That's interesting.
That part we talk about getting to know somebody.
Okay. That's
the
fair.
failure to appear, Zoe, is so much attached to that. And we haven't even talked about Auntie. We haven't even talked about being raised by a group of strong women.
Come on.
Who tell you don't need a man, or you get what you can from a man, but always take care of yourself first.
I call it a negative self-talk coven.
Okay.
Because when they get to, let me tell you something. It don't matter what black women are chanting. There's power in that chant. And that chant could be negative and just destroy everything.
Absolutely. And here's the beautiful thing about it. I won't even say beautiful thing, but guess what? We know. We know what we're doing. We know our power. We know how to set a thing on fire.
Ooh.
But we also know how to bring the most amount of peace. And what I love about being a black woman is knowing the power that I have to create a peaceful, loving, harmonious relationship. I used to be the girl that loved to set the house on fire. Mm-hmm. But once I saw the results of that, mm-hmm. and how it impacted that brother and how it made him feel long after I thought that the fire was out. Well, the fire was out, but the smoke really hadn't cleared inside of him, right? And so we have some women who are setting houses on fire because they are angry and they are mad. Some women are still looking for apologies from men who are long gone, ain't even thinking about them anymore. But they haven't figured out how to go on with their lives. So you know what they do? They bring the mess to the next man and the next man and the next man.
You know why? Because a wound has gravity.
That's right.
It has a gravitational pull.
Yeah.
And it pulls in situation shift after situation shift until she wakes up and says, you know, I'm doing this.
I'm doing this.
Yeah.
That's the place we all want to get to, the I'm doing this part. Because it's all about accountability and ownership. You can point the finger, but so long, at some point you have to say to yourself, what do I need to do to be the best person I can be?
Let me ask you this. Somebody in my chat just said accountability is a male trait, inferring that it's women just can't be accountable.
Oh, I absolutely don't agree.
Your thoughts, please share.
I vehemently disagree. Everybody who wants to be accountable can be accountable. And this is what I'll say to men. When you meet an unaccountable woman, you need to have that conversation with her. Ask her to unpack for you why she's unaccountable. Don't just sit around, oh, women just aren't going to be accountable, because you're letting her off the hook. Hold her feet to the fire and ask her, what is this thing about you where you don't want to be accountable?
Oh, this is heavy. Because I'm going to say, why are you having that conversation anyway, brother?
Why wouldn't he?
Hold on.
Okay,
see,
ahead.
a lot of brothers will engage, because I see that as childish. That's a childish, oh, you're not evolved enough. You're still unaccountable.
Okay,
I'm on to the next. But a lot of brothers...
Who's on to the next?
I would be on to the next.
Okay.
But a lot of brothers think, you can teach accountability.
Okay.
You cannot. It's an internal thing.
It's an internal thing.
Yes, it's an internal...
It's an internal thing that can evolve with some coaching and some guidance.
But if they're unaccountable, the teacher... Listen, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear.
I agree.
And oftentimes men think position, status, and money will be able to get her to, convert to his way of thinking. That's one type of man. Then you got a whole different type of man that actually enables her unaccountability.
I agree.
And that is the beta simp.
Okay.
In 30 seconds. We got to come for...
We got a lot to unpack here, because
Yes.
I don't agree that you can't help a woman or a man become accountable. I certainly agree it is an internal job. The other thing I want to say in our 20 seconds is you cannot keep walking away from every unaccountable person, because how do they learn to be accountable if we just keep leaving them to their own devices?
I'm going to tell you right now, wolves got to eat too. When we come forward, the voice of reason shall continue this most powerful discussion.
Thought it was true love, but you know women lie.
Oh, this shit fire. Everybody better hit that like button. It's disrespectful. It's disrespectful that you're not hitting that like button. Everybody that hit the super chat, we're the Twos and Fuse crew. Let's go. Let's go.
My buddy just said women are accountable because I'm cute and I want the DNA lottery.
Ooh. Hey, you gotta say that on the air. Hey, where are my Twos and Fuse? The show is too fire right now. Y'all bugging.
Here's the latest in the Black Information Network. President Biden was not
Hey,
legitimately elected.
Twos and Fuse, show up. Hit the like button. Get us to 100 likes right now. We can get there right now. Currently on the Twos and Fuse front, we are 1 penny from $15. Everybody, if everybody dropped a 5 spot right now, we would cover that. Let's go. Somebody said she had me so entrenched with the truth bombs, I forgot to hit the like button. That's what we need.
This after CDC Director Dr. Rochelle Walensky.
That's what we need.
FDA recommendation Saturday. The only ticket stub of Michael Jordan's November
Let's
1981
go.
debut, believed to be in existence, is hitting the auction block.
She is cooking. I'm going to keep throwing alley-oops and playing devil's advocate. I'm going to keep doing what I do.
With a change of weather comes a change.
Where y'all at? Hey, Garrett. Good looking, Garrett. Good looking, Colin.
Control can provide you a great approach to solve all your pest issues. Get help today. For a free inspection, visit StanleyPest.com. That's StanleyPest.com.
And his house got the fireplace going.
Money. Either way,
Strawberry and cake.
has you covered.
And then every now and again he rubbed my face. And I called my mentor mom afterward. He was just telling me how beautiful I was. He's like, I called my mentor mom. I said, Sharon, I think something's wrong with this guy. Like, he's so damn nice and so sweet. And she said, there's nothing wrong with him. Everything's wrong with you. You've been in an abusive relationship too long.
You don't even know what it's supposed to feel like. Save that! Girl, save that. Come on now.
You don't even know what it's supposed to be like.
We cooking right now, goddammit. We cooking. The Voice of Reason is the coldest relationship show in the world right now. Y'all playing. Everybody got to hit that like button. Yes. It's 117 and 85 likes. Playlist. Twos and Fuse.
Tobacco cigarette butts filter practically nothing and are made of microplastics.
Oh, show up for, yes. Purchase your copy of The Shrouded Lighthouse. Shrouded Lighthouse is no game. Trust me.
It could end up
I've
inside of
enjoyed
you,
starting
your
it.
body.
Yeah.
Yes, you started it?
Mhm.
What chapter?
Oh, I'm only in one.
Lecture number 1.
An evil lie with a
The
future
lighthouses.
to the world.
Yes.
So
Visible light and invisible light. Don't date visible light. It's a lie.
Let's face it, for some who are over
Truemonger, Nzinga, Third Eye.
a temporary fix.
I am Cam Young.
Now there's a
We got folk in here. Vanetta Colbert, Garrett W., Colin Johnson, Tracy Brooks. We on fire tonight with this discussion, and these likes gotta represent just how hot it is. Put a fist up if you're enjoying the conversation. And ladies, if you agree or disagree with the sisters' perspective, call in. You know what the number is. 1-800-920-1580. 1-800-920-1580.
That's the number 3. Quality.net.
We in here. Nick Love, Kim G, Empire Foundation, K Peace, Shad Gotham. I see y'all. Truemonger, DeMarco Holloway, Miss JB, Her Transform, everybody in here.
Economic development opportunities for African American.
That's right. Put the fists up. That's right. I see the likes getting up there. That's right. We at 2698. Show your appreciation for the show. You know how I do. Hit that super chat or my Cash App. Let everybody know this is the show to be listening to. I see the phone lines lighting up. I'm going to the callers. I got Sean from Hawaii. I got Kiki from Chicago. And he's answering a call right now. Let's go.
1-year anniversary gift to KBLA Talk 15.
Vanetta Culver.
California Black Chamber of Commerce has created a campaign.
We on Lock Nation.
Live in a minute.
Brother Zoe, how is your spirit? Now that's a good question to ask. Always, man. Thank you.
Black Chamber of Commerce has created a GoFundMe campaign and seeded it with a $5,000 gift.
My spirit is strong, brother. You see I'm in here turned up. Let's go.
Consider supporting this effort by immediately chipping in $5, $10,
man, thank you for that.
$50 or more, whatever you can afford. All you have to do is go to the Chamber's website, calbcc.org. That's calbcc.org. Or you can visit the KBLA 1580 website or the KBLA 1580 app and make your contributions.
That was solid.
If you build it,
brother said, how is your spirit?
If they know you built it. Help us spread the word about KBLA Talk 1580. I'm Jay King, President and CEO of the California Black Chamber of Commerce, and I approve this message.
You're listening to the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
No. Evelyn Champagne King. Shame.
Ladies, tonight's your night. The Voice of Reason is all about you. And it's a shame if you don't call in. Hey!
I know that's right. It's a
shame. Evelyn Champagne King.
Evelyn Champagne King.
It is a shame if you don't call in and engage in a conversation that's about growth. Now, you know the rules of the show. This is a non-judgmental space. Me and the sister disagreed 36 times, and nothing happened. Ain't nothing but love in here. Okay? It's okay to disagree.
That's right. That's
Disagreements lead to more refined thoughts, more refined ideas. It's simply okay, fam. Goodness. Ladies, call in 1-800-920-1580. Before we came forward, and now we've come full circle, let's talk about it. Accountability. I say, because this is anything that requires you to do self-work, that's your responsibility. I believe that the people you attract to your life, you tell me what you think about this, right. The people you attract to your life can only be a question to an answer you contain within. I love that. Now, you could have been ignoring that answer. You could be marginalizing that answer because you don't like the truth of it. All they do is irritate that answer to come to the surface, to your consciousness.
I love it, and I'm going to speak to that by the example I gave you during the break.
Yes.
Years ago, probably about 10 years ago, I was dating this guy. He was the nicest guy. He used to hold my face with his hands and rub my face, and he was just so sweet to me. And one day we were at his house sitting in front of the fireplace, and he rubbing my feet and feeding me some strawberries and cake. And I'm looking at him, and he's saying all these beautiful things. And I'm thinking, like, what is wrong with him? So I called my mentor of mine when I got home, and I said, Sharon, I think something's wrong with this guy. I think he's gay. And she said, why would you say that? And I said, because he's just so nice and sweet. And she said, no, something is wrong with you. You have been in abusive relationships too long that you don't even know that this is what you deserve. Fast forward, he set the bar for every other brother coming because that experience changed me. That's why I said to you before the break, we can't keep running out on women who don't want to be accountable because I almost missed my opportunity to change. If I didn't have my mentor mom to say to me, sit your tail down, experience him because this is what love is. This is what love does. So I didn't get a chance to run from accountability because I had somebody there saying, this is what you need to do for yourself.
Well, let's say it a different way. You had somebody there with sense. Let's get Kiki from Chicago, Illinois. Kiki, come in here and talk to us.
What's up, Kiki?
Hey, what's up, y'all? How y'all doing this evening?
We turned up. You know what it is.
That's good. So what prompted me to call was the panelists, the guest panelists.
Michelle.
How you Michelle?
I am wonderful, Kiki.
Oh, God. They finna have a girl time.
And I'm loving what you're saying, and I heard what you said about your dad. You know, you were talking about your father and how that set a bar for you. And I recently came to realize, like, everything you all are saying is like really hitting home to me right now. My relationship with my dad when I was younger was fantastic, but he and my mom got divorced when I was 11, so he was gone. And then he was active, and then he was sporadic, and so it was all of that. But what I realized I've been doing for the past, I don't know, 20 years, 30 years of dating, is I've been dating beneath my dad on purpose. It's just
Ooh, that's deep. That's deep.
Didn't want anybody to treat. So the thing I've been looking for my dad and trying to validate my dad for not being there through men that I've been dating, trying to prove that I'm worth it, and that my dad will stay with me basically through the men that I'm choosing, you know. And it hit me like so hard, it like a ton of bricks. I'm talking about falling over time. Hit so hard that I have been on purpose making sure that they do not supersede my father. Because what would that say about him loving me?
But you're supposed to have a man as good as or better than your father.
Yeah, so I've been trying to keep everybody beneath my dad because I don't want it to come out that my dad didn't love me. I didn't want it to be evident that he wasn't loving me. So I've been keeping everybody's bar beneath his so that I don't have to confront myself with the fact that maybe I didn't feel love from him. Maybe it wasn't what felt like love from him to me.
So Kiki, okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Keep going. Can I ask a question, or can I offer something else to consider?
Mm-hmm.
How about consider this? Consider that it is not his job, a man's job, to love you like your father loved you.
No, I know that.
Right. So, but also consider this that the two different kinds of love, you need both, right? You're deserving of both. So enjoy the love that he's bringing, the guy is bringing. But the question you have to ask yourself is, what is it that you need?
So those questions, that you're posing now, like, what is it that I need? Those are the things that I'm exploring in myself now.
Oh, good.
I'm in myself now.
Good.
I'm reading. I am a sponge when it comes to learning. So I'm all here and open for that, So, but these are things that I didn't know I needed to focus on.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Until it hit me. So for a long time, I've been the dominant in relationships, and I've been the leader, wanting to be led, wanting someone to take.
Listen. The leader wanting to be led. That was powerful. That's why I had to jump in. The leader wanting to be led. So, what do you have to do if you want to be led? Ooh, surrender. And guess what? And we're not talking, listen to me, Kiki. Listen to me. We're not talking about surrendering to a bad person or surrendering as in losing. We're talking about a spiritual surrender. Surrender to ego. Surrender to, listen, when you surrender to fear, fear loses its power. Now watch what I'm about to say. Regarding your father, listen to the baton analogy. Your father passed the baton to you, but the baton was broken. Your generational task, not generational curse, your generational task is to complete the baton and make it whole. He was a work in progress, doing the best he could, raising a work in progress. And now you're supposed to take all that he was and expound on it. But you can't do that without the mirror of relationship reflecting back to you your spiritual curriculum. When we come forward, we're going back to Chicago with Kiki. Kiki, you better not hang up.
More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we
I
come
think we
forward.
spend so much time trying with the blame game.
Over 25 million doses of the COVID vaccine has been discarded in the U.S. Maisha Cairo here with your Kate Black News. As the demand for COVID vaccines has declined, the number of vaccines that have been discarded has skyrocketed.
Hey, where my twos and fuse crews at? We at 2698. Come on, y'all. Let's get it popping. Ain't nothing but good game in here tonight. Sister girl done came in here. Mischa. You under there? Mischa Duffie done came in here and ruffled some feathers. A lot of women don't like this kind of talk. They got a whole category for women who talk like this. They call it the pick-me chick.
Another reason is the large minimum orders.
Someone who speaks male talking points because they want to get chose.
Let us know on social media at KBLA 15.
That's what they call it. I ain't never heard of it.
Medicare and Medicaid,
That's
or
what they call
receiving
it.
extra help for your prescription drugs. We have
Somebody
great
said she
news.
going Duffy
You can
with the
change
information.
or
They
enroll
love
into
it.
a Medicare plan every 3 months if you qualify. All from the comfort and safety of your own home. Over the phone. No one even needs to come to your home.
Where y'all
In a
at?
minute,
Call
we'll
in.
tell you all about some additional new
got
Medicare benefits
callers,
for
though.
you, like dental, vision, hearing, transportation, and more. Call us We'll explain all your new Medicare benefits.
Somebody said
Premiums
I'm
are as low
a
as
work in
$0 per
progress.
month.
Wait a minute.
Even if you are not
I'm a
paying
work in
anything for your
progress,
coverage now,
but I'm on
you
lunch
need to
break.
call our
We'll
licensed
return
agents
whenever.
to review your plan. There are zero-cost plans available in some areas. Don't wait till
Fucking
next year.
hilarious.
Get all the Medicare benefits you deserve. Call a licensed agent today.
800-430-6748. 800-430-6748. That's 800-430-6748.
Look, they got your website in there. They done popped the website up. They got all of this in here. They gonna follow you now.
Experience negative effects from it. Body and skin hair are very different from pubic hair and skin. Shaving pubic hair with the wrong tools
Pull the
can mean
website
bumps,
right
redness,
on
irritation,
up.
dry skin, and ingrown hairs. The Venus for Pubic Hair and Skin collection is
Tallahassee,
designed
Florida in the
specifically for
building. What
women's
up?
needs and gives pubic hair and skin the level of care it deserves. You can buy the products on their own or as a part of a collection at all major retailers.
Tell her to
You
call
can
in.
Find your favorite Venus product.
Tell her to stop playing reindeer games, Rudolph, and call in. 30 seconds. Playlist on deck.
Oh, hey. Text and complain that they're on their phone the whole time.
Look, Dwayne Williams, I'm on the website right now.
On your phone the whole
They
time.
on your website.
Text and whatever. But when you get behind the wheel, give your phone to a passenger. Put it in the glove box. Just don't text and drive. Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
More of the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams right now on KBLA Talk 1580.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm blaming Andy. We having technical difficulties with my playlist. That ain't never happened before, Andy. It's all good, though. Shame's a great record, but I got killer records on this list, man. The Voice of Reason is live. We were on the phone before we came forward, and now we've come full circle. Let's wrap it up with our good friend Kiki from Chicago. What's up? So wrap it up for us. Just tell us ultimately what you seek to get out of a relationship. And I know you've learned a lot, so.
What I think to get now is, I think seeing that my mirror is reflecting closer to what I actually desire. So I feel nervous. I feel a little timid. I feel shy in a way I never have before. I feel like somebody's gonna see me now because of how I'm living.
And are you okay with what they see? Yeah. Are you okay with what they see?
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it, but it's new territory now. So it's just like, it's new. It's like I'm dating for the first time for real now. It's like now the next young man that I decide to see seriously and then decides to see me seriously, it'll be a new experience.
Kiki, how are you on accountability?
So I like accountability. I'm huge on that. And then I have friends that I have
accountability partners.
Yeah, that we can do that with.
Oh,
and,
good.
We do that with each other.
Good.
And my mom and I, we are doing that now. My mom's being more honest instead of more proper. She's being more honest and forthcoming.
Just remember this, Kiki. Just remember this. An accountability partner is just a human alarm clock. You got to get up and do the work. All they can do is remind you. That's it. But I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, love.
Zoe, I have to say this.
Yes.
Al says one of the reasons women are accountability is because they won the DNA lottery and they think they're cute.
That's true.
And the other reason he said that women is unaccountable is because they know they hold the sex card.
But that's only for goofies.
Only for goofies? What do you mean by
goofy that? Men who are weak for sex.
Oh, yeah. Okay, got you.
Men gotta have a whole, we gotta do a master class on just what it means to be truly real with you. Because men need to understand the performance thing can only
It only goes but so far.
Because men are used to performing. We're used to tap dancing and soft shoeing. But let me say, no, that's not how it works. For years, I told women, listen, I'm not going to have a sex talk with you because we're two adults. That's going to happen if we keep talking.
The other thing is...
That's just part of the game here. This is going to happen.
The other thing is evolved women don't even care about the sex card. You say that the sex card for men is for goofy men.
Yeah, the weak ones.
But for women, it's for immature women. Only an immature woman throws her body around as the answer.
Come on, we cooking with grease.
Only an immature woman says you can't have no cookie unless you do what I say, when I say, and how I say.
So the immature man,
a grown woman.
The immature woman gets with the goofy man,
exactly.
And then they create
a holy
all this mess and say we in a gender war. When we come forward,
that's what they do.
Hour number 2, we cooking right now. This is crazy.
The reasons that we're here.
I love it.
That we fear.
I love it.
Disappear.
Somebody said no pussy slave here. He said no pussy slave here. Y'all enjoying it? Put a fist up.
Connecting you with services and solutions. Founded more than 20 years ago.
Women
by
who are not
Susan
accountable
Burton,
for their own
her
actions.
Struggles with incarceration and substance abuse.
They are simply broken.
An organization that promotes healing,
low-level thinking,
power,
using private parts against one another.
Incarcerated people.
Yeah.
A new way of life takes a multifaceted approach to mitigating the effects of mass incarceration with the goal of and ultimately eliminating it. They provide housing and support for formerly incarcerated women for successful community reentry.
I hope y'all enjoyed it. They got your website in there. They got your Facebook in there. They went and found you and said,
and mobilize them as advocates for social change and personal transformation. To support a new
They
way
found
of
your
life
LinkedIn.
or find help you need.
This
Call
is crazy.
323-563-3575.
They going ham. I love it.
323-563-3575 or visit anewwayoflife.org. This is a community call to action from KBLA.
Nick Love. I need to hear from you, Nick. You should call in too. Twos and Fuse represent. Thank you, Nick.
Fellas, are you looking to get your beard on point? King C. Gillette Style Master is the modern man's answer to any type of facial hair with a complete set of precision tools. The Style Master is a waterproof cordless trimmer with a long-lasting 4D blade. It's extremely versatile and designed to edge, trim, and stubble in 4 directions.
Somebody
on
said, can
any hair
you
length. Whatever your
trust a
beard style,
cheater
King
over a
C.
liar? I
Gillette
think
can
they're one
give
and
you
the
that
same.
precise look and is perfect for any beard style. It's the quintessential tool.
Somebody said they stalking the sister now.
Their style.
You've inherited
They acting a fool in the
Live
chat.
30.
But you also
Live in
inherited
30.
debt,
Oh, this is
bills,
the
and
last little
taxes, too. During this time of
4-minute
grief,
segment.
always someone to turn to for legal guidance. That someone is Albert Boudreaux. Albert
I'ma give you
has
the
been
final.
an inheritance attorney for over 30 years, working to keep generational wealth within the community. Call Boudreaux at 323-939-5262. That's 323-939-5262. Even without a will, there's a way.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Ladies, just ladies, how many of you are out there chasing fool's gold? Huh? And then blame the fool's gold for being found by you. We talking about personal accountability tonight. And I have KBLA talk show host, come on, Mischa Duffie in the building out here throwing philosophical and psychological, inspirational hand grenades. But I haven't heard a woman call in and try to debunk her yet. My question to you right now, what can a woman do to cultivate accountability from within?
I'm so glad you asked, because it's not a mistake that I opened this page. One of the books I really, really love is Seed of the Soul by Gary Zukav. Here's what he says. Here's the answer to that. When you commit to it, this is ladies, this is where we should be going. When you commit to a spiritual partnership with another human being, you bring the energy of the archetype of spiritual partnership into the physical arena. You begin to form and to live by the values, perceptions, and actions that reflect equality with your partner in a commitment to his or her spiritual development and your own. You begin to set aside the wants of your personality in order to accommodate the needs of your partner's spiritual growth. And in doing that, you grow yourself. This is how spiritual partnerships work. If you want to know how to become accountable women, become spiritual. Grow spiritually. Grow spiritually. Everything you need to be is in that spiritual arena. And when you grow spiritually, you will become the best person for yourself and ultimately the best person for someone else.
Really quickly, got almost 30 seconds. Tell me, what time does your show air?
My show is Saturdays from 1 to 2 p.m. on Saturdays and Sundays at 3 to 4.
Y'all should check her out.
With Mischa Duffie.
I like Mischa, man. She did a great job today. Man, we appreciate her for coming in. KBLA is in the building, and this is the place for the voice of the woman for sure. So we appreciate you for coming in here.
Thanks for having me. It's
yes,
been wonderful.
It was amazing. Yes.
Thanks all of you for listening. I have enjoyed being here with Zoe at the Voice of Reason. Love you all so much.
Booyah. When we come forward, I'm finna step on your neck. Boom. Give me some. You killed. That was amazing. Y'all want to see her?
Hey, everybody. How y'all doing? How's it going? Y'all enjoy yourself? I enjoy being with you all. How about that? Have a good rest of the night. Let me see what we got here.
We got folks in there.
1580 Santa Monica.
All right now. Y'all take care.
I'm Kevin Brown, and here's the latest from the Black Information Network. President Biden was not legitimately elected by the people of the United States. That's according to a resolution.
They like good thoughts.
This weekend's Texas
they say, hey, good thoughts, Mischa.
Referred to as an acting president. Another
thank you, Mischa.
Arriving from overseas to help ease the national shortage. The formula arrived
I love
at
it.
Boston's Logan International Airport.
Amazing work.
It came on a Delta flight from the United Kingdom. American kids ages 6 months to 4 years could start getting COVID-19 vaccines as soon as Tuesday. This
where y'all at?
CDC Director, Dr.
We at 3197.
Recommendation Saturday. The only ticket
that interaction was so cold. That interaction was so fly.
Believed to be in existence.
Come on, y'all. Y'all got to start supporting this shit. It's only 107 niggas in here. I got 72,000 subscribers. Y'all got to be the strongest of all of them.
Haiti was already the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere, but earthquakes, hurricanes, and COVID have made life
there we go.
difficult for families. You can help rebuild Haiti.
She seems adventurous. Y'all fucking hilarious. Y'all she looked like Marcus's mom. Does she?
But sometimes our guests really surprise us.
She's the mother of that brother, a younger brother who wrote a book. I had him on a previous episode.
Your format and what have you. I will tweet it to my several 100,000 followers and call their attention to it as well.
If the KBLA 1580 app is enticing
it's on the floor.
Guests to download and share. You should download the app and share it with your friends too.
There you go, bro.
So download the KBLA 1580 app today and take us with you.
Sorry. I'm putting my finger all on the camera.
We got a lot to talk about.
I'm Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. If your relationship is in trouble, I'm the dude.
They on her Instagram.
Become your cellmate. Does black love still exist? What are your bedroom turnoffs? Fantasies and fetishes. Financial infidelity. I'm dating a fat person. Are they worth the wait? Trust me, this gonna be crazy.
How about the heavy stuff? The child wasn't here, and he still had to pay child support.
It's a very heated topic.
You guys can hear, right?
Daddies, maybe.
I just have so many questions.
Can you guys hear? Put up a fist if you can hear.
He told me he had a vasectomy. I'm pregnant.
Betrayal has been committed. Hit you with a bad pipes routine. How does he maintain his humposity?
He likes it when it pinches the neck.
Why can't you open up, brother?
I'm a karate man. Karate man moves on the inside. They don't show their weaknesses.
Yeah.
How do you write women so well?
Zoe Williams.
Reason and accountability.
The voice of reason.
Ladies, your brother Zoe Williams. That playlist is my co-host, the Jones Girls. And I'm going to say Escape did a great job remaking this. But the Jones Girls. Ladies and gentlemen, we having a great conversation tonight. A deeper look at the idea that many women fear accountability in relationships. The sister that I just had on is a KBLA talk show host. She killed. Mischa Duffie killed. She was killing. And I loved everything she was saying. But let me just point this out. Do you see how childish we are as people? We two-person centric. Messenger centric. Women can't hear men speak the truth because now he's hating. Or who hurt you? If a man is saying what Mischa said, who hurt you? Right? Somebody must have jacked you up somebody must have hurt your feelings when you was young. Somebody must have broke your heart, right? No. Listen, accountability is a two-way street. Women love pushing men. Even the minister said, a good woman gonna push you a little bit. But she's only trying to push you to be greater. But when men turn around and put his hands on the small of her back and try to push her forward, now all of a sudden he's abusive. And he's too rough. And he's disrespectful. And I'm not saying that there aren't men out there that are disrespectful. That there aren't men out there that are abusive. That there aren't men out there that make you feel small. What I'm saying is accountability is a two-way street. If you got with a man that made you feel small, can you do just a little self-inventory that said, how did he get past my defenses? What in my defenses? Where are the weak points in the fences? Right here, abandonment issues with daddy. Or just like how the sister articulated beautifully, Kiki from Chicago. Dad set a tone and she dates below dad's bar. Come on, man. If you doing something to yourself, can you at least be accountable for that? Is it wrong to call women out and ask for accountability? And why so many women... I'm just asking. I asked the question earlier. Do most women lack the courage, not just to stand up to the criticism that you may get from a man, or the direction or the insight you may get, or the correction you may get from a man, but do you lack the courage to stand up to yourself, which is why you will fight him. If you've been fighting you damn sure gonna fight him. 1-800-920-1580. Call me and let me know what you think. Infinity from Baltimore. Talk to me.
Fire show again, Dr. Bill.
Yes, sir. Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Man, oh my gosh, and the sister, as you said, Mama Sister Mischa, put it down. We laid it down. And so just man, I often when I have discussions, with brothers, with sisters, man, and I say, especially with the accountability piece when it comes to business, I'm like, I come from a view of, man, like, man, we're human. Like, why is an account have to be gender-based? We're adults here, we need to communicate. And, often that I've heard you speak about and say many times on your platforms with brothers that it's just that we come to these spaces and, like, women learn Disney between, 1 and 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
And with Barbie and Ken, they learn Princess Kiss the Frog, and us boys, we're playing out in the dirt, we get rough. Some cats get ringworm in the head and shit.
Almost.
Sorry.
No cursing.
All type of things. And we fall, we bruise, and so we always have that a separate mind state when it comes to relationship time, right? Boyfriend and girlfriend. And I blame fathers too, man. A lot, not every father, but I blame a lot of fathers, like, we're gonna break out this that thing, and to our girls, our daughters and stuff, man. We just gotta realize that comes through, especially in this world of black people. So that's just what I just want to share.
Infinity from B-More. We appreciate the call. Good looking, man. When we come forward, we're going back to Baltimore. We got another Baltimore caller. It's about to be on and cracking. The voice of reason is on fire tonight.
He's on fire tonight. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams, exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
Are you between 18 and 26 years old and trying to figure out how you're supposed to make all this work? You're saying, I need a job and transportation. Rent is so high. Food too. There's childcare, and I need to go back to school. I need to transform my life. Well, help is on the way. Transform Your Life Day is coming Saturday, June 25th to San Manuel Stadium. It's a shopping mall of free community services where you can talk with programs and even enroll right on the spot. It's free help for young adults to get you started on meaningful careers, finish up your diploma or college degree. There's help with finding housing, transportation, food, and childcare. Plus, you get a free ticket to the baseball game, free parking, along with prizes. Get there early for free food. Reserve your free space today at transformyourlifeday.com and be there June 25th. You don't want to miss transformyourlifeday.com. That's transformyourlifeday.com.
Stress and emotions. Not only are they out of control, but they're major contributions for weight gain. Introducing Breathe Infinity, where we teach 5 proven techniques that reduce stress and helps you lose weight. Sign up for our stress reducing class on July 12th and discover how deep breathing relieves stress, regulates emotions, and helps you burn fat. Go to breatheinfinity.com and sign up for our $99 stress reducing special. Use discount code KBLA and save $20. Go to breatheinfinity.com and exhale.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, reminding you, when we fight, we win. The Youth Justice Coalition is working to build a youth, family, and incarcerated people's movement to challenge mass incarceration along with race, gender, and class discrimination in the juvenile and criminal injustice systems on the county, state, and national level. They take on the
Live in a minute.
of people of color,
60 seconds.
widespread law enforcement violence, and corruption and consistent violation of young people's constitutional and human rights. The Youth Justice Coalition uses
Thanks, Truemonger.
like Free LA High School, Know Your Rights, Legal Defense.
We got a lot of folk in here, man. We only got $31.
They focus on
Can we at least get to 50?
pulling people out of the system. YJC uses direct
They're going to take
action,
30%.
political education,
Can we at least get to
activist arts
50?
expose
Where
and
is the
people in
Twos and
charge in
Fuse
order to bring
crew?
about change.
Y'all show up, man.
Advocate
Drop your
transformative
nickels and
justice
dimes through
positive
here.
intervention behavior as alternatives to school suspension, expulsion, and arrest. To
Hey,
get
yo,
involved,
he got, hey,
visit
True, he got some stuff.
youthjusticela.org or
He's
call
working with some real heavy, the top ACL
That's 323-235-4243.
is in this video.
Call to action from KBLA
Or
Talk
not in this
1580.
video, in the videos that he's releasing.
You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
Ladies, it's all for you tonight, ladies. Your brother Zoe Williams. I don't know what version of this great record. Who's singing this? That ain't Rolls Royce. That's more like Toyota. This ain't the original. It's probably Rolls Royce in the afterlife singing. But it's cool. Great record. Written by a friend of mine, Miles Gregory. Good brother. My godmother was married to the good brother Miles Gregory, and he penned this record. I spent many hours chilling and talking with Miles. You guessed it, up in Pasadena. Come on, man, we're legends. It's fine. Anyway, we're back to the conversation. We're talking about accountability in relationship. And I don't believe, and first off, let me just ask these questions. And then I got phone calls. I'm going to go right to the phone callers. Listen to this right here. True or false, taking responsibility is an ongoing bi-directional practice that is essential for the growth of healthy relationships. Let me say it again. True or false? Taking responsibility, i.e. being accountable, is an ongoing bi-directional practice in intimate relationships, right? If you're going to have a healthy relationship, you know, that has to be an ongoing thing. And, you know, before I came, I came forward in the last segment, and now I've come full circle to go back to a point that I was making. We got to, listen, we got to stop just taking information from people we like or we think are somehow vetted by this system. We got to take information that resonates as true. You understand? This is why you're so susceptible to the influence of an influencer. See, an influencer could tell you a lie, but because it's being said by an influencer, you say, oh, well, I can accept that. Listen, you don't get to pick and choose who said what was true. And as I was explaining to the brother Reza Islam, I said, I'm in the business of ringing bells. Once I ring the bell of your soul, you can't unring it. Oh, stiff-necked selves. Okay, back to my questions. True or false? Getting defensive when being asked to take responsibility for your bad relationship choices is a reaction and not an adequate response. Listen to that. True or false? Getting defensive when being asked to take responsibility for your bad relationship choices is a reaction, not an adequate response. Is it part of the man's role in relationship to hold his woman accountable? Or is it his duty to become more accountable for his own actions, thus attracting an accountable woman? I'm asking questions. Huh? Let's get to 5150. Baltimore, Maryland is in the building. Talk to us. What's up, fam? Now, let me know. Hey, I got to tell you, ain't no cursing in here now. All right, all right. All right, all right. Mm. Mm. Right, right, right. Right. Hmm. Mm. Mm. Now, no, stay with me for a second. No. See that transactional, maybe let's frame it some other kind of way. Because a woman might push back and say, that's just equity. If I'm accountable, you got to be accountable. That might be closer to equity than or an egalitarian approach than transactional. Transactional is give me what I want, and then maybe I'll give you what you want. Is there? So I'm just trying to figure out, like, is there kind of a, I'm not really accountable. I'm playing at accountability, and then we're trading that back and forth. Like, I'm really trying to understand transactional accountability. I just want to understand that. Mm-hmm. Right. Yes. Yeah. Right. No, you cooking right now. No, you cooking because when you cooking, I like that. So let me go here then. So if I'm to understand this correctly, right? You said transactional accountability. I said playing at accountability, right? Performing accountability. I think we deal with a lot of performers. Let me just say this too. Simps, or what is classified as, the derogatory term of simp, right? What they've done is contaminated all the spiritual tools that evolved souls would use in order to help a situation heal. Like, for instance, when you was talking about, right, because the nice guy, Mr. Nice Guy, is really not a nice guy. He's performing nice so he could get something, and he's really trying to pressure her and jam her up and trying to peacock niceness. But the reality of it is, he uses things from a disingenuous space, and I think the level of consciousness and the energy of that contaminates the woman. It makes her feel entitled, makes her feel like what that text was when Mischa got her text from her friend. She said, I get to do what I want. I don't have to be accountable because I'm cute. Do you get what I'm saying? I think, yes.
Again, I'm under your tutelage. But doesn't that also spin off that Kelly Ma thing, that do or die will?
Thelema.
I mean, isn't that what we're under that doctor now? Like, is that what, like, that's what's going on? Because I know that I can't do whatever I want out here. That's what puts me into accountability. You understand?
Right. I'm just saying, you cooking though. You cooking.
So long story short, man, some of the CEOs, man, they just giving me the blues, what have you. I'm stirring stuff up. I'm younger. I'm mad. I'm upset. I remember all the Muslim brothers, a sheikh is what they call them.
Mm-hmm.
That to me said, listen, he said, what's going on? I let him know what's going on. I said, man, CEO, man, give me the blues, man. She gonna let me, get my property. She was an African lady. And I'm like, man, that's crazy. I know she's skipping on me. He said, man, the way how you handle it, man, you're not gonna ever be able to get anything done like that. I'm like, what you mean, man? I'm like, what's going on? I'm like, pointed out, pointed another sergeant out. He said, she runs things, he runs things. What you're doing, like, you're really creating an unnecessary situation for yourself. You gotta calm yourself down. You gotta be cognitive thinking. Lay back, man. While we're over, put a little pimping on, put some ism on them. You know what I'm saying? Next day, got myself together, stepped to him, I bit my tongue, everything. Yeah, you was getting smart. I took all of that. I took the whole time. She broke me up to go get my property, got everything I needed thus far. And that right there is kind of like almost an epiphany. Like, man, I have to handle certain things in a certain way. Bottom line, and I truly believe, even with some men, but not all, we practice accountability. That's all I'm saying.
I like it, man. I like it. Thank you, brother. We appreciate you for hanging on the line and then sharing that info. This is, hey, man. Thank you, brother. Thank you. This is a heavy topic, man. This is a heavy topic. Listen, humans are flawed. All of us. So grace in relationship, grace in interaction is necessary, right? Oftentimes, there are times when I'm really right. And yes, there are many times when I'm really wrong. But when I'm really right, what I've learned is not to fight to prove it, right? Sometimes people call me and be mad about stuff, and I know I'm right. my memory is like a steel cage when it comes to things I care about. Right? So, again, boy, sometimes I want to respond in a certain kind of way, and I don't. Grace. The fake nice guy has killed grace in intimate relationships for women. And I don't know about any other, I'm a heterosexual man, so I don't know about any other relationship modalities, right? But I'm just going to say, from men to women, you know, I think the fake nice guy has jaded them on what a good person actually is. So now the good guy has been kind of turned into the bad guy, you know, or potentially a bad guy for many women. So men have to take their responsibility for their co-creation of what they're saying. Oh, women are out of control, blah, blah, blah. I mean, there's some men out there that have put in some work, some negative work. You know, it is not funny, but there's some men out there that have ruined it for a lot of other good men. Let me talk about accountability in relationship and what is necessary to achieve it. You have to emphasize your strengths, right? Emphasize your strength. Your strengths are easy. My son is left-handed. I said, no, we working on your right hand. That's what we gonna focus on, right hand. I'm left-handed. I never worked on my right hand. I was one way, but you couldn't stop me. That left hand was cold. But anyway, work on your weaknesses, right? This is how you build accountability, right? If you turn your weaknesses into strengths, man, you balance out. You got to always be in a space or have space to review yourself. When I come forward, I'm going to continue the steps you need in order to develop accountability.
I got the right version this time, right?
That's the one. That's true. Third eye. That's true.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward.
I'm Kevin Brown, and here's the latest from the Black Information Network. President Biden was not legitimately elected by the people of the United States. That's according to a resolution adopted at this weekend's Texas Republican Party convention. Biden is referred to as an...
All right, guys, we $7 away from $50. We're at $43.97. That's $6, actually. Come on, we just need a couple of people to drop a couple of twos and fews, and we're over our benchmark.
Getting COVID-19 vaccines as soon as Tuesday. This after CDC Director Dr. Rochelle Walensky signed off on an FDA recommendation Saturday. The only ticket stub.
Are y'all enjoying the conversation? Put a fist up if you're enjoying the conversation.
For over $10,000.
Put a fist up if you're enjoying the conversation. Put a fist up. It's all good, Joe Long.
Western Hemisphere, but earthquakes, hurricanes, and COVID have made life even more difficult.
It's not mandatory. It's just requested.
With Compassion International by texting the word radio to 97646.
Hi, I'm Tavis Smiley. As KBLA Talk 1580 host, we never...
It's all good. If you're not enjoying it, you're not enjoying it. It's all good.
Really surprised us.
Let me just close to say I downloaded your app while we were talking. It's a terrific app. I look forward to it. I'm enjoying your format and what have you. I will tweet it to my several 100,000 followers and call their attention to it as well.
If the KBLA 1580 app is enticing enough for our guests to download and share, you should download the app and share with your friends too. That's beautiful. What you say? So, download the KBLA 1580 app today and take us with you wherever you go. KBLA Talk 1580.
You are not rocking with the best.
We got a lot to talk about.
You've inherited property and cash after the death of a relative, but you also inherited the debts, bills, and taxes too.
We're taught
During
to
this
be
time
that
of
way.
grief,
So
you need
many
someone to turn
of
to for legal guidance.
men and women
That someone is Albert Boudreaux.
simply taught
Al Boudreaux
lies.
has been an inheritance attorney
Call
for
me,
over 30
Nikki.
years, working to keep generational wealth within
How
the
about that?
community. Call Boudreaux at 323-939.
Call your brother, Nikki.
5262. That's 323-939-5262. Even without a will, there's a way.
Don't wait to call in at the end. You know how y'all do. Y'all get the phone lines cracking at the end. Don't wait to do that.
The Koreatown Youth and Community Center, or KYCC, was established in 1975 to support at-risk youth. Today, KYCC is the leading multi-service organization in
Oh, you did
Koreatown,
call.
supporting children
Was that
and families
you?
in the areas of education, health, housing, and finances. KYCC is committed to making Koreatown a safe and beautiful place to live and work. The mission of KYCC is to serve the needs of the Korean Americans in Greater Los Angeles as well as the multi-ethnic Koreatown community. KYCC's programs and services are directed towards recently immigrated, economically disadvantaged youth and families and promote community socioeconomic empowerment.
Wow.
To donate, volunteer, or to get help, 213-365-7400. That's 213-365-7400 or visit kyccla.org. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Finding the right person for the job isn't easy. Just ask someone who hired a karate teacher to trim their hedges.
Man, these shrubs are not made of plywood.
Show about to be over in a little bit.
Chop should do it. Yeah. Nope. Yeah. Dang.
But if you've got an insurance question, you can always count on your local Geico agent. They can bundle your policies, which could save you hundreds.
Oh, this treehouse looks like particle board. Yeah. There we go. I'm starting to doubt myself.
For expert
Leave
help with
it to
all your
Miss
insurance
JB,
needs, visit
man.
geico.com/local today.
Hi, I'm Jay King, President and CEO of the California Black Chamber.
Y'all shout out Miss JB. She always comes through.
Development opportunities for African American business owners throughout the state of California. The California Black Chamber of Commerce wishes to congratulate Tavis Smiley and his all-star team at KBLA Talk 1580. It's been a long time coming, but Black Californians now have a talk radio station to amplify our voices 24/7. At the California Black Chamber of Commerce, we know that startup Black businesses aren't flush with capital like other businesses, and we're here to assist. As our Juneteenth one-year anniversary gift to KBLA Talk 1580, the California Black Chamber of Commerce has created a campaign to help market and promote this iconic Black-owned and operated talk radio station, and we want to enlist your support. The California Black Chamber of Commerce has created a GoFundMe campaign and seeded it with a $5,000
They
gift.
showing love
We're
to
not
Miss
asking you to
JB.
match us, unless you can. But we do ask that you consider supporting this effort by immediately chipping in $5, $10, $35, $50, or more, whatever you can afford. All you have to do is go to the Chamber's website, calbcc.org. That's calbcc.org. Or you can visit the KBLA 1580 website or the KBLA 1580 app.
Live in 20 seconds.
Contributions right now. If you build it, they will come.
Playlist.
If they know
This next song is for Miss JB.
KBLA Talk 1580. I'm Jay King, President and CEO of the California Black Chamber of Commerce, and I approve this message.
How do you spend your audio time on smart speakers?
Hello.
Hey, Alexa.
I'm Alexa.
Play KBLA Talk 1580.
Okay, let's play.
More of the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams. Right now on KBLA Talk 1580.
Ladies, classic Brandy, aka Moesha, brokenhearted with Wanye from Boys to Men. This is like 97, 96, 97, something like that. 94, yeah. Wow. Brandy, man, she was a star. Well, she's still a star. She still can sing. Amazing. So I was in the midst of talking about how to develop accountability in relationships. And I had gone over a couple of points. One of them was emphasize your strengths and improve your weaknesses. What you can do with your strengths is really just refine your strength. They're your strengths. They're there. They're natural. They come naturally. So refine your strengths. If you're a natural writer, take a writing course to refine your natural talent and or gift. But if you're not a writer at all and you want to write, take the course. So, if writing is a weakness, that's how you improve it. Also, again, I have this notion where I say one of the purposes of relationship is for the individual is to be able to walk into a relationship and find what it is they need to work on internally, right? And oftentimes it's very difficult for people to do that because relationship is this romanticized kind of, man, I want to find the one and they're going to be special and it's going to be kismet and it's magic. It's going to be magical and fairy dust at first sight. That's not relationships. That's Walt Disney. Okay? You got to review before you get involved. You got to review yourself. Review yourself. What have I done that was subpar and that contributed to the downfall of my last couple of relationships? You got to take inventory and see how you showed up in a way that was weak, in a way that was, a major contributor to the downfall of the relationship. So self-reviewing. What I love, there's this guy. I'm gonna look him up for you guys. It's a practice, and I have been studying it because I'm working on my next book. And I want you guys to check this practice out. It's called self-remembering. Very heavy stuff. Self-remembering. Known as the fourth way. I'm not even going to get into, all the ways. I kind of want to tell you who it is, but I'd rather you do the research. Okay? I'd rather you look it up. It's not Robert Earl. It's not him, right? It's a philosopher, right? Look up this philosopher. I don't want to give his name out. I want you to find it. The paperback, when you see the paperback, Burton Robert Earl, his work is based on this guy's stuff. I want you to go find the guy. Self-remembering. It's a practice, and I want you to look into that. This would be a good way of reviewing oneself, right? Before, during, and after a relationship. This is how you become accountable. Self-remembering. Please. Okay, let me give you another one. After all of this work, don't ever forget to reward yourself. Okay? Many people are looking for the journey to end, right? No, the journey is not going to end. The journey of self-knowledge is forever. All right, I'll tell y'all. You guys are people in the chat room. It's Gurdjieff. All right? I didn't want to give up his name. It's Gurdjieff. All right? That's all I'm going to say. Gurdjieff. I'll spell Gurdjieff. Gurdjief. Gurdjief. That's all I'm going to say. Self-remembering. Look him up. There's videos, there's books. I have several books on self-remembering. All right. Now, back to my little list for developing, accountability. Reward yourself every now and again. Don't overdo it. Here's another piece, man, that a lot of people have a hard time doing in terms of developing, accountability. And that is seek some feedback and be open to the feedback you get. Oftentimes, people don't want to hear what other people have to say. Seek it and embrace the feedback you get. You don't even know me. That ain't it. That ain't it. That ain't who it is. That ain't what it is. Again, people have different perspectives of you. They have a different POV of you. They have a different experience of you. So they might not be 100% right about their take, but you should be interested enough to be able to just listen and kind of take it in. Let me see what parts of your experience of me actually align with me. It happens all the time. Perfect strangers can get certain things about you right. Seek feedback. Here's another thing. Don't overwhelm yourself in this process. In other words, work on one issue at a time. Don't kitchen sink yourself. Don't throw everything that needs to be fixed into one giant bundle. Don't do that. Right? Work on one thing at a time. Also set goals. And here's the key. Man, admit when you're wrong. Just admit when you're wrong. If you got it wrong, you got it wrong. And then on top of that, learn how to apologize sincerely. So many people just give up the apology, but it's not sincere. It's not authentic. They don't really mean it. They're apology actors. They're acting like they're sorry. But remorse is necessary for reconciliation. No remorse, there's no way we can reconcile. Do you understand? So again, accountability. Man, I made a mess of this relationship. I was selfish. See, this is why I teach claim over blame. How you gonna be a total mess? You have an estranged relationship with yourself, and you pointing the finger at somebody else. When I come forward, Zoe Williams gonna keep cooking this dish until you've had enough. Boy, you know how I do. And listen to that playlist. It's my co-host. When we come forward, I shall continue.
The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
How y'all feel?
1 million moms
Good show?
with the Black-owned body cam app to protect kids from police misconduct.
Y'all having a good time? Is it a good show?
Here with your K-Black Minute News. Angel Tech, a Black-owned cloud-based application that turns any smartphone into your own personal body cam, has announced a historic partnership with 1 million madly motivated moms. This organization is led by African-American moms and aunties and was created to address police brutality through legal action and legislative policy education. The partnership strengthens moms' well-being and peace by providing a digital lifeline and connection to their family members through Angel Tech's technology.
I hope so. I hope y'all can get something out of it.
Of police steadily increasing, averaging 3 people a day. This discreet app allows the user's loved ones to live stream the incident and get real-time location updates. What are your thoughts on this app? Let us know at KBLA 1580.
Made you look.
Our Weekly Los Angeles is the largest
We almost
automated
done.
newspaper in the state of California with a distribution of over 50,000 copies weekly. Pick up a copy every Thursday to get the latest news on African American communities.
What y'all think of my playlist?
You can also keep up with what's going on
My
in Los
playlist
Angeles
ain't
and
fire?
cities by going to www.ourweekly.com. The Our Weekly.
What do y'all
website
think of the
is updated
playlist,
daily
man?
with the current news about us and for us.
You know y'all can send me your playlist
Our
too.
Weekly offers economical advertising packages to fit your budget. Feel free
If
to call
somebody,
Our Weekly Los Angeles at
y'all can send me a playlist.
905-1300 or visit the website at www.ourweekly.com. Our Weekly Los Angeles, reporting news that matters to you.
Do you have Medicare and do you use a CPAP machine? This
90
is
degrees.
a national healthcare alert regarding your CPAP supplies. Using a clean CPAP mask and clean supplies is important to staying healthy. The best way to make sure your CPAP equipment is clean is to get new supplies. If you have Medicare, we have great news. Medicare will pay for you to have new clean supplies every 90 days. We'll even do all the paperwork for you to make sure that there's little to no
Live at 30.
cost to you. And you don't even have to leave your home. We provide free in-home delivery. So if you're a CPAP user and you have Medicare, staying healthy with new CPAP equipment is easy. Just make this free phone call right now to get started.
Sponsored by Specialty Medical. 800-245-3098. 800-245-3098. 800-245-3098. That's 800-245-3098.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Just be honest. It might hurt, but have courage. Whenever you're not accountable for what you bring to a relationship, that brings it closer to its demise. Like if you willfully do that, that's a spiritual demotion. Let it play just a little bit. That's a spiritual demotion. You'll call a man a coward for not fighting, but you won't call yourself a coward for not being accountable. And that goes for women too. Right? You might stand up for your friend. You might stand up for somebody in need, but you won't stand up for yourself. That means you're a coward too. You can't have an estranged relationship with yourself, with your wounds, with what's wrong with you. You can't lack the courage to stand up to your generational task and get it done, while at the same time demanding that others are accountable, that others are respectful. I keep telling you, we don't have to do the same negative thing to each other for those two things to be on the same vibrational level. You want to be a responsible person? accountability, courage, fairness, compassion, respect. These are all things that look strange. They look strange to people who are used to using, who are used to gaslighting, who are used to manipulating. They ain't never been around somebody that's genuinely nice, that's genuinely loving and respectful. If you want that, you have to cultivate that. You have to be that so you can reflect that. When we come forward, Zoe Williams in the final segment is going to keep it cooking for Danny Morris and Robin. They coming up after me. It's going to be great tonight.
He's on fire tonight. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
To show you how easy it is to file a claim with Geico, we hired a scary movie victim.
Oh no, a tree fell on my car, and there's only one thing to do. Trip over my own feet and pull myself across the lawn while yelling help at a barely audible volume.
Sorry to interrupt, but you filed a claim with Geico, so you've got a designated claims team to help you.
This Geico sounds suspiciously reassuring. Are you sure I don't end up getting surprised with an unexpected twist?
Just that your Geico team will always be there to keep you updated.
No!
What is it?
Oh, nothing. I just didn't see that coming.
Geico, great service without all the
The
drama.
Institute for
Good
Diversity
show.
Certification is all about the 3 Ds: dedication.
Somebody said my
determination, and
playlists
discipline.
aren't radio
Learn
friendly.
more about our globally recognized diversity certification program
That's
today
funny.
by calling
Truemonger.
1-800-983-6192. Again, 1-800-983-6192. Or visit diversitycertification.org. As the #1
Miss
organization for
JB.
certified diversity professionals and also certified
Xylon
diversity
Farrell.
diversitycertification.org.
Late night again, but Twos and Fuse is going to always show up. Much love. Truemonger. Vanetta Colbert. I'm shouting you all out. Nick Love. Love. Who else we got? I can't see no more. Hey, I appreciate everybody, man. We are turning this into a small little community of people who are really about that work.
Excellence, equity, diversity, and inclusion.
So I appreciate y'all.
You took the first step and quit smoking, but even former smokers may
11:30.
be at risk for lung cancer. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know about a new low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early. It takes only 60 seconds and could save your life. You took the first step, now take the next. Visit SaveByTheScan.org for a simple quiz to see if you're eligible and talk to your doctor about screening. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
More of the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams right now on KBLA Talk 1580.
Yes, you will. Hey. Ladies, the voice of reason. We had an amazing show tonight. Right? We had an amazing show tonight. And it's just the beginning of the conversation. It's not a perfect conversation. It's just the beginning of the discussion. You have to finish these discussions, right? listen, you want to be accountable, right? When we start looking at the languaging, right, around the word, the etymology, right, from the 1590s, responsible, accountable means answerable to another for something, right? We are answerable to each other for something. And that something is the outcome of our behavior, the outcome of our words, the damage that has happened. At some point, we got to grow up and recognize that being in a relationship with somebody is an opportunity to discover what we need to work on. Key word, next. There's always going to be a next. When you're talking to somebody, I'm tired of the lessons. I done had enough lessons. You're just a young soul. You're going to be back here 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 more lives. So you can get to an understanding where you recognize self-knowledge is perpetual. All right? Take responsibility for your actions, right? Practically, peacefully, and respectfully try to solve problems. Don't blame or make excuses. Always refrain, right? Or remain ethical in your actions. Try to be as ethical as possible, right? I know we're human beings and everybody is flawed. Like I said, the super nice guy who's not really a nice guy destroyed many women to where grace and all of that stuff just doesn't exist anymore in modern day relationships. It's rare that you find somebody that gives you grace. If you find somebody that's a fairy, that's a sprite. She's got wings. You better, hey, trust me. That's Tinkerbell, dog. You better hold on to Tinkerbell. Anyway, we started the conversation. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Thank you so much. This has been the Voice of Reason. We kicked off Monday, right? Hey, Danny and Robin on their way up. News, Danny and Robin when we come forward. Thank you. Great show, you guys. Appreciate y'all. Man, I could do this motherfucker in my sleep. I'm going to do this show in my damn sleep. I'm going to do it in my sleep. Hold on. What up, peoples? How y'all?
You had Mischa on, huh? That's my girl.
She was in there wilding. I said, okay.
Oh, Mischa, come on now.
Come with the fire then.
You don't mess around.
I loved it. My man got a humidor in here.
Oh, that's what that is.
I ain't mad at you. You got a humidifier. I should have brought some cigars. Great show. Thank you guys. I appreciate y'all. Deuces. Much love.